What's up, my family, friends, my items, and my jugs? It's coffee time. Come on, y'all, let's go in here. It's about 8:30 in the morning. Let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all what's going on. What's going on? Let me tell you. Let me put you on your coat. Remember what I used to say? Let me put y'all coat on, y'all. So y'all can stand up. Come on. Stand up. All right, let's turn some lights on. Hello. Nobody always calling. Y'all want nothing. Y'all see my ears? One laying down, one right here. I am going to finish taking down my hair this weekend. I'm going to try. So this part right here, all this front part is taken down. I got a few braided to go back here in the bobby pin holding them. So all the way up to like right here. Right there. Those are down. Those are down. And the whole front part over here, all of that, that's down. So I just got to take down, I got to take the back down. I'm glad I didn't cut my hair because I was going to give it the big chop. And I'm glad I didn't. So let me tell y'all what happened with the job. I got the job. I got the job, y'all. They sent me an offer letter. Let me bring y'all down a little bit. Okay, they sent me an offer letter yesterday. Let me take my sippy sip. Yesterday morning, to be exact. It didn't even take a whole 24 hours. Yesterday morning, to be exact. I was like, am I excited about the job? Okay, listen, for me, for right now, the main thing was securing a full-time job. That's the main thing. Because all this running and, doing Uber and got to make this kind of money for, to pay my bills, it put wear and tear on your car. And I already done spent $600 on my car since I've been here. And I can tell I still need front brakes. I think it's front brakes. But anyway, so I'll be a behavioral technician. So with this job, you have to, there's an 80-hour class, a 40-hour class that I have to take at home. At home. So you can do it at your own pace. But they want me to start on the 20th of this month, which is after next week, the day after my birthday. I won't work on my birthday. They want me to start on the 20th. So with this job, you're not in a classroom with a whole bunch of kids. You have one child, because this job is working with autistic children. And so it's a big facility. They have a lot of smaller rooms. And with things in the rooms and with, you know, toys, tables, like one table for all the children to sit at. So what they're doing, they're trying to teach autistic children. They're not trying, they're teaching autistic children the skills that they will need, the developmental skills that they will need in order to go on to a kindergarten or first grade, like inclusive classroom or something like that. I guess, you know, some of the kids I saw, they are, you know, low functioning autistic children. Some of the children I saw at times, I guess they were, you know, high, because one of the little guys I saw, he was calm, but it was after he woke up, but he was nonverbal. They have the little machines that they carry around with them where they got to touch it. If they want something, touch the button. So they're teaching them how to touch their pads. They're teaching them how to touch their pads so they can let the teacher or somebody else know. Like some of the kids know. Like the little boy, the lady that I was shadowing, he touched his pad. I want to go. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to leave. That was so funny. I'm like, yeah, but you can't leave right now. And one of the other young ladies I saw, her child was she wasn't sitting down. She wanted to just go, 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 go. She wanted to climb on the table, and she had a boot on her foot. She had a boot on her foot. I'm praying that I don't get that type of child. If I do, I have to learn how to adjust, because we are with the children. We have 2 children. In the morning, we are with one child from the time they get there until the time they leave, which is if they leave in the middle of the day. So in the first half of the day, we have one child. In the second half of the day, we have a different child. So we don't have the same child all day long. That helps so we don't get burned out, you know, I guess. So, but this class I'm taking, I can't start until I'm finished with the class. And so, and because when I go in there for my orientation, they're going to pair me. They helping me get my certificate. You know, they helping you get your certificate, your behavioral technician certificate, which is good, because when I go into the school system, I can use that as a certificate. You know, I can add it to my repertoire. And in the meantime, I'll be trying to figure out how to get my substitute certificate too. So we go into the school on the 20th. They're going to pair me with a child and see how I use the skills that I've learned from my class. And I got to use the language. You know, you got to use the language. Like if they're teaching you how to deal with autistic children through this class, through these videos, I have to use. They want to see me using that language, so they want to see me. Now, they don't expect for me to be perfect. They want to make sure that I took the class, because there's a test I have to take in order to get my certificate. And so, and they're gonna help. They're gonna be helping me, you know, with some of the other parts. And so I have to take a test in order to get the certificate. So we're going to see what's what. And in order for me to be a full-time, and when I come in, I start at a certain amount of money. But then after I get my certificate, I go up by $1. So we're going to see how this go. And by the way, y'all, the training is not paid. I'm at home doing 40 hours of training to get this job. So they helping me get my certificate, which will help in the long run. But they don't pay you. So what they do is, after you start, you get a $500 stipend for your time for taking this class. You'll get it either with your first check or your second check. I'm like, what? I asked her, I said, you don't get paid for that? That's a lot of hours. She was like, yeah, and then she went on to tell me how people was misusing the system and all the rest of it. I'm a little bit hesitant because I working, you know, it's definitely better if you're working with an autistic child one-on-one. A child with autism, I call them autistic, or autism one-on-one, because they will attach to the person that they trust. And it might be a little bit easier to get them to learn different developmental skills. So, but if you've seen an autistic child or been around one, when they have breakdowns, and sometimes you have to gain their trust. They have good days and they have bad days, and especially if they're nonverbal, then that's a whole nother problem. Because I had two. I had two nonverbal. My last one, yeah. So, yeah, it is something. But I'm going to try it. I'm going to give it a try, and we're going to see how it works, and that's all that matters. Because when God opened up a door, I said, I'm just going to walk through these doors. Y'all, and I did find out the reason why Catholic Charities didn't hire me. It didn't have nothing to do with me. From their top people, it came down that the whole entire organization, Catholic Charities, has a freeze. They froze hiring because of what's going on in the government. Not the shutdown, but because they serve underprivileged people, they serve migrants and all the rest of that. They get money from the government also. And so, you know, they trying to make them stop. You know, they trying to make everybody across the board not service migrant or whatever. You know, y'all know what I'm saying, what's going on. So they trying to affect their money just like they did these schools, these universities. So we're going to see what the Pope going to do. We're going to see what they going to do. And yeah, but that's why I didn't get the job. So I don't feel bad now. I didn't, I mean, I'm over it, but it's good to know that it didn't have anything to do with me, even though that was a very good job. But I must get out of here because I want to look at my homework. I want to write a few bars before I leave, and I'm going to drink my coffee. So I'm going to go. I'll see you guys later. I love you guys with the love of the Lord. Y'all keep praying for a sister, for my stability. And we'll see you in the next video.